So welcome to the new episode. We've been building a spring pole lathe. We've got everything roughed in, and now we're putting the finishing touches on it. Let me show you what I mean. So here's my new spring pole lathe. But bam, pardon the mess of everything around me here. When I get started, I just turn into a work of chaos until I get it done. But I took some red dye, I took some black spray paint, I sprayed all the divots and stuff. I'm not worrying about getting it down to 100% perfectly smooth. This is a work lathe. It is a demonstration lathe, but I wanted you to be able to see the fiddleback maple in here. Look at that. This is all fiddleback all the way around. So I wanted to be able to look down and see that, and I wanted to highlight it with the different colors. So I've blended in red, and I've blended in blue, and I've got this right nice shade of purple. I've got some black over here in this corner. You'll see where it was. And, just add some different colors. I've spray painted around the edge. This is the edge that faces me. So I've spray painted that. I spray painted where they filled it. And I've spray painted the end here. The next thing I need to do is chisel the bark off, because it's going to fall off eventually. It's already starting to delaminate. So I'm going to take that off, and then I think I'm going to dye this whole thing this shade of purple and red. This blue and red. Right here's the original color of the blue. So it's like a neon. It's an interesting shade of blue, but it blends into this red very nicely. And here's what it looks like when the sun is hitting it from this side. When I'm inside, it's a bit muted, but here's the real color. Oh, that's beautiful. So this lathe, the next thing to do on it, after I get that done, is we're going to take and we're going to drill holes, put the tool collection on. So I've got a lot of hook chisels and stuff that I want to put out, and I want to keep organized while I work. So I'm going to put out, possibly another foot, maybe. I'm probably going to put out another 1.5 2 foot poles in there and drive it in and take it out, do a mortise and tenon type deal. But key components to this structure are the legs. So I've probably got a number of bodgers looking at this going, they're bamboo. Yep, they're bamboo. They take a nice bit of pressure. They're not springy, very nice work surface. So the thing with this lathe style is that you want both the top of the bed and the bottom of the bed to be flat, obviously, and relatively flat. It's okay if there's a couple little humps or shallows in there, but you want your poppets to be able to slide in and out freely and to lock down on it. You want your angles of your legs to come out. You'll see that angle there. Kind of think like a Windsor chair seat. You want it to splay out on both sides. I've got more splay on that side than I do this side. I'm going to be chopping. I'm not going to be chopping on this surface of the lathe, but I do make a lot of bowls as a demonstration piece at events. So what I did here was I put a log in here. This little bit was tricky, but I put a log in here to help drive my mandrels in. So I've got something where I can beat on. I've got something where if I want to, I can lean on it. I've got some form of stability. And I'm going to get into the forge here in the next little bit. Not today, but I'm going to make some holdfasts so I can drill out my bowl blanks at events. And if I need to drill anything, I can clamp it down. So I've got a slab of wood that'll make a great workbench. You see that beautiful figured maple in there? Look at that. That's fiddleback. So I'm going to get back to it, and I'm going to get it done. And I think I'm going to give y'all another update on it. But those are key components with the spring pole lathe. This is the very foundation of it. So just make sure your planes are parallel. And if you do a slab style like this, just cut it out, drill your holes. If you do mortise and tenons, you can make it however you want to make it with whatever you got. Even lag bolting it together works somewhat. So these holes here, this hole here, and this hole over here. That is for the bamboo poles to set in that hold my spring. So y'all will get to see that in another video. So I'll check back in and I'll give y'all another video when it's ready to be updated, when I've got all of this out. So sorry I didn't get to get a lot of filming and whatnot done on this one to this point, but I'll walk you through the rest of the build. So I've got the poppets and stuff already made, but the thing about this lathe is that this is a bowl turning lathe, so we're gonna need to make new heads and stuff for it. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. So there might be a bunch of other videos in between. There might not be. This might just be where I work on for the next little bit, but who knows? Just stay tuned, follow us, like us, subscribe so you get notifications, and you'll see when we do. But the next video will be putting these guys in and spreading the tools out. So cheers. Can't wait to get that done and get the next one out. Thank y'all.